Alright, we're giving you this video. We want you to watch this video because some of the things that I do with Sonny when in the arena is a lot of rein management and leg work, and these are some skills that you've really, man, you've got to master these skills, really. You know, it's really important, and you just got to get out there and practice doing this stuff. You know, you hear me a lot talking about lifting on the rein instead of pulling, because if we got a horse that's barn sire or buddy sire or a speed control issue, then this horse is going to be stiff. I mean, he's going to have lots of resistance, and when we pull on him, all we're doing is we're just, you know, we're telling him, hey, just push on us even harder, push against us. So by lifting, we're going to be working mainly with the pole, and that's going to soften that neck up and the rest of the body to where we're going to have some control. And then we use the leg to disengage the hindquarters, to disengage that power to where we've got the control. Now on the way back, Sonny was getting a little fast with me. He was trying to hurry and get back to his buddies. And you know, this is something that, and I know probably the majority of you anyway know that, you know, we don't want our horses to run back home. And so I go over some things with you on how to control that. You know, what I always look at is if my horse, you know, if I let my horse run home every time, and that would be nice. Sometimes we've been riding a long time and I'm ready to get home too. But what if a kid or somebody rides my horse the next day and I'm not there, and they don't, you know, they don't ride very well, and Sonny takes off with them on the way home? You know, that's just something to think about. That probably wouldn't happen very often, but if it just happened one time, that wouldn't be good. So yeah, so this, and we always need to have control as far as what our horse does, whether he walks, trots, or lopes, or whatever. I want to be the one that decides that gait, that speed. And so that running back home, you know, unless that's just what you want to do, as long as you choose it, that's fine. But, you know, I always walk my horses back. And you can see how Sonny is wanting to get faster. But I didn't decide that that was the speed we were going to go. And if I let him just continue doing it, then he's going to think he's got control every, you know, whenever I'm riding him. So, you know, the main thing about this video is we wanted you to learn how to use your hands, working your horse with one rein at a time. This is really going to help you. It's going to be some of the skills that you're going to need working with that, you know, horse that has a behavior issue as far as getting out of control and doing what he wants to do. Well, okay. Well, God bless you, your passion, and your horse, the horse. Okay. So now we're getting on a different horse. Now that's vertical softness, and I always like to check before I get on to see, you know, where, of course we always do an evaluation or check our horses out before we get on, see if there's any resistance. I like doing a little lateral flexion. If anything gets out of hand, I want to make sure I've got some control. See right there, Sonny's a little bit tight on this side. So you can see he's kind of twisting right up there. He's kind of laying on that side. You know, these are all things that if we're fixing to go on a trail ride, we can't, you know, we may not have the time to fix it right now, but at least you've got some control and you know of it, that when you get back you can work on it. Or even something like lateral flexion, you can work on it as you're going down the trail. You know, as you're going forward, just kind of bump him a little bit and hold this rein up to keep those ears a little more even up there. Okay. All right. Sonny sometimes has a little bit of a, he doesn't like to leave the barn, and what I'm focused on is, I'm going to use the tools of disengaging and lateral flexion. Now, again, I've got my hands out here. Now, this is something too that you can't do neck reining, and this is the reason why we need to learn to ride with two hands, because we're working with two different sides here. Just like you just seen Sonny, he was lighter on this side and tighter on this side. So we've got to ride with a rein in each hand, and so I can be quick, you know, on making contact with Sonny's nose if I need to reposition him. So I'm going to ask him to go forward, and I'm looking at where I want to go. So far everything's pretty good, and I've also have the mindset. My mindset is, you know, we're going to get to where to our target, and that I may have to do some things to get him there, and I may not. It may be a good day for Sonny. It's a pretty day. It's a sunny day. So you can see Sonny's ears. I mean, they're both on me, and they're also on those horses that are calling him behind us. And it's really important that I keep Sonny in alignment. Like you seen when I was riding Digger, Digger got out of a line, meaning that the shoulder was going one way and his butt was going the other. That was really good. Sonny's doing better. Now, you know, also, now he's starting to get farther away. You can see he's starting to pick up speed. So I want to be aware of that. And I'll just kind of bump him with the left rein, maybe bump him with the right rein and get his speed back down. Now I'm going to ask him to go farther away. Okay, right there, he broke gait. And see, because my hand was here, I was able to quickly turn his nose back that way. If we don't have control with that, then, you know, we've got to run away, or our horse could go to bucking. He's a little bit tight. You want to get that gait, Rhonda? Yeah. He's really tight over here. You can see him now. He's just kind of wanting to look back. He's pulling on me. See how tight this rein is, or rope. It's getting a little bit jumpy. Okay, back to alignment. When our horses are out of line, then that's going to make the body extra tight, and we want to keep the softness. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take Sonny out here, and we're going to work on that alignment. But I got to work on getting his body soft first. And so we're just going to do some little circles here. I'm just lightly right there. And now I'm using my inside rein, and I'm using my inside leg. I want him to bend around my leg, just like that. Okay, that was on the left side. That was our tighter, stiffer side. Now we're going to do the right. I just lift and I push with this inside leg. Okay, let's go farther back here. I'm going to lift. I'm not pulling, I'm lifting. I'm lifting. See, when I lift, that causes my horse to bend at the paw. If I pull, then it's kind of like I'm just pulling the horse's body together, and that's going to stiffen the body. So I'm going to lift again to the left. I'm going to push with my inside leg. Get a good bend. Good job, Sonny. I'm going to lift with my right hand. Push with my inside leg. Get that softness. Now watch my lead rope. Watch how soft, and you'll see the slack in my left lead rope. Well, we didn't end, did we? So that meant that Sonny was pushing. So I just keep him in this circle. I just keep him in this circle until I see this head starting to come down. See, he's pushing on me again. Pushing on me again. We got to have some forward movement too to fix this. There we go. Now we're getting he's still leaning. See the twist up there? This is what I'm talking about. Now he's leaning. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to push that hindquarters out. There. Keep your forward movement, Larry. There. See how softer that our lead rope's getting? There. See the head's down more? These are little things, folks, that we got to be aware of, because they magnify. They'll get bigger and bigger. Once the horse knows that he can lean on you and get by with it, he'll keep doing it. Now, when Sonny relaxes and he's doing what I want him to do, see, I give him 2 reins. I'll just give him 2 reins. And then I'll go back. I'm going to go to the right. I'll lift, push with my inside leg, lift, push with my inside leg, lift, push, lift, push, lift, push. Now I got a good bend. Going to the left. Lift, push, lift, push, lift, and push. See the rein tighten up? I can't stop right there, and I can't let him continue going that way. So why does this work? I mean, why is the horse eventually giving in? It's because the horse is looking for that release of pressure. And you know, they're naturally into pressure animals. So we apply pressure here with the leg and the rein. And then when the horse gives, he knows that if he gives to the left, if he yields to the left, that he gets that release. Lift, push, lift, push. You know, actually we need to get to where we're always using, if we use the rein, we should be using the leg. Meaning that right there, he kind of pushed into me. He kind of went to the left with that shoulder. So I'm going to lift with this rein, and I'm going to push that shoulder over. See how that nose came in? Now we got him back aligned again. Right there, he's getting off a little bit. Keep riding, Larry. Keep going. Okay, here we go. See, lift, push, lift, push. Pushing that shoulder over, getting it off my leg. Much better, much better. See, I didn't have to do much then. I just asked him a little bit. I can even ask him with my leg and no rein. There, see, now he's starting to give to my leg. I don't have to use my, if I had a bridle on him, I wouldn't have to use the bit. Okay, let's come to a, whoop, I didn't ask him to go that way. So I'm going to press, there. Now we'll come to a stop. Whoa. I ask him to yield before I release at the pole, and then I'll release. Good boy. So, you know, Sonny seems like a well-trained horse, and he is. But he went through I've been letting the kids ride him. Okay. I haven't been riding Sonny a lot, and the kids have been riding him, and they've been letting him kind of get away with things. And all of a sudden, Sonny got to where when they would ride him, if he wanted to go to the water trough, he went to the water trough. So there's, you know, you can see how if you start letting a horse get by with a little bit of resistance, then the next thing you know, that resistance is going to grow and grow and grow. So we've got to know what to do. You know, these are things when you're riding on a trail. If you're feeling resistance and at the pole, at the neck, at the shoulders, rib cage, hindquarters, you know, you can fix it as you're riding. And if it's something that is a big problem, then you fix it when you get back. You know, figure out 15, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it's going to take, and schedule that time and get in there and work with him. And then, you know, get out there and I would try to ride him every day for at least 4, 5, 6, 7 days until it just becomes second nature for him. And second nature for you to lift and push with this inside leg. Because we got to get this bend. Now he's really picking up, you know, a little speed here because he wants to go to the gate. So let's see how, if he's soft or stiff when I lift. Pretty good. You know, it's kind of like a horse figures out that when you don't let them get by with it, that, you know, you're gonna, you know, this guy up here, he's gonna walk that extra mile until I get soft. So, you know, you just stay with it. And as I've said many times, don't let your emotions get in control of you or control you. You control your emotions. So when you get up here and your horse won't go left or right or whatever, you know, don't get negative on yourself and your horse. It's not his fault. He's just doing what you're allowing him to do. You're not showing leadership, so your horse is saying, I've got to be the leader because I've got to be secure. You know, when Sonny looked at that gate, he felt like, well, I need to get on back and be with my herd. Larry hasn't been riding me in a while, so I don't know if he can still ride or take care of me or not. So, you know, instead of going negative, stay positive. Say, hey, you know, I'm going to get this. This is my fault anyway. I hadn't been riding him enough. And take full responsibility for the situation or for, you know, your horse's behavior. And just get in here and work with him until he starts to soften up. And then do it again, you know, just keep doing it for a little bit longer and then take him home. Be done. Good job, Sonny. Thank you, folks. If you have any comments, let us know. And God bless you and God bless your horse.